I am on my way to Swinton in Manchester. I'm going to collect my 2 new corals from AM Corals. That was a bit of a mouthful. I am collecting a dragon soul torch and an octospawn, a gold octospawn. Really excited, can't wait to see them and can't wait to show you guys. Hi everyone, okay, so we're back at the house now. I've currently got, as you can see here, the corals inside the tank acclimating back to temperature, of the same temperature of the tank, because we were out for about an hour in between coming back. And I've just got out the Coral RX dip that I'll be using, and I will be dipping in a small little container here. And I always have my containers underneath the light so that when I am doing my dipping process it's also acclimating a little bit in the light that I've currently got it at. And yeah, I've got the dragon soul here and the octospawn here, both looking great. The octospawn is covered, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you this on camera, but it is covered with something all the way around the base. Oh, you will be able to see it's like a pinky purple colour flesh, and it's got spikes. I'm not sure what that is in the reefing world, but it is pretty cool to look at. I'm just going to be careful when I'm popping it in the tank because I don't want to get spiked by whatever this might be. It's also got some holes at the sides, so looks like there's some type of worms that are living in there as well. So that's pretty cool, but I'm not sure how the dipping is going to go and if it's going to affect the outer thing that's surrounding it. But yeah, so it just keeps flying from one side to the other, so you're not going to be able to see it very well. But there we go, it's a closer view. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna dip the torch as I always would anyway, but here is a close-up of the torch. It's gorgeous, the green tips on it are amazing, and I can just see there is possibly some Euphyllia flatworm, which is a common thing to get on torches and any type of Euphyllia, to be fair. I always have to check mine for it. They do come in regular and they lay eggs regularly, and it's hard to get the eggs off. So yeah, constant dipping when you've got torches or any type of euphelia, because they'll just come back. But yeah, so we'll get them sorted, dipped, and then inside the tank. Okay, so almost instantly as I added the torch into the little tub, I'm not sure if you can see this, but the little euphelia flatworm just come flying off, and you can see that they can't breathe. See? Can anyone see that? I'm hoping you can. That is what it looks like. The selfie light is just catching on the little tub, so it's hard to see, but try and pop the tub down and show you from head on. There we are, guys, that's a little bit better. But yes, so you can see the euphelia flatworms just come straight off. They've gone straight into the water, and they almost immediately starve, which is great. Just going to check that the torch, sorry for the shaky hand, I'm just going to check that the torch hasn't got any more eggs from what I can see. No, I don't think it does, which is great. Just gonna check the other side. No, yeah, so it all looks good there to me, but we will dip again in another say 5 days, just to make sure that we've got everything off of the frag plug. But yeah, amazing. Okay, so here is the gold octospawn, and like I said, it is covered in like a sponge like matter, and it is spiky at the same time, and then it's got some tubes that looks like some tube worms kind of live in there. So I'm hoping that the dip doesn't kind of affect the tube worms very much, but yeah, there doesn't seem to be any flatworms on this one. But like I said, all euphelia is expected to get flatworms, so this isn't anything against AM, because they're great at keeping everything clean. It just happens to be that you can have eggs hatch on one day, and these are tiny, the flatworms that are on here, so it might be that they've hatched within the last few days, and then that's it. So yeah, nothing on this guy. So we'll get him dipped for a few more minutes, and then we'll get him rinsed in this tub, and then we'll get him in the tank. I can't wait to see the colours under my lights. Okay guys, so everything's dipped, everything's gone inside the tank now. I just wanted to give a shout out to AM Corals and say thank you very much for the 2 absolutely fire corals, which I'll show you in a moment. They're just resting on this frag rack at the front. I have spoken to AM Corals just to let them know the Dragon Soul had some flatworm on, because there's nothing worse than something coming in with potentially with eggs on. You've dipped it, the dipping doesn't do anything for the eggs, and potentially affecting a huge amount. They have a lot of LPS corals, so I wouldn't want it to affect any other euphelia. Anyway, they do dip and dip and dip again. They dip once a week as well, so it's just to let you guys know that their understanding of that. They've also got a blue damsel that they make sure takes all of the flatworms out if there ever was any to sneak in, or any eggs, and they also have RX flux, no, flatworm RX is what I meant to say then. They also have the aquaforest dip, and they use coral RX, so they do use a range of different dips for their corals. Unfortunately, eggs can slip in. I'm only posting this because I always have wanted to be honest with all of my reefing journey. So these things happen, and I want to make sure that everyone is aware of that, because for newbies that get a coral that potentially don't dip, it's just to let you know how important it is to dip, because those things can affect your LPS in the long run. It does take them a little while, but they get big fast, and they multiply very, very fast. Multiply is what I meant to say then. Very, very fast. And the moment that they multiply and leave eggs, that's it. The eggs are hard to get to. So like I said, I've been able to get them all off of the Dragon Soul. I will dip in another 5 days just to make sure that if there is any eggs left on, they will be released in the dip. But I'm also going to dip all of my torches at the same time. I don't ever want to risk having them inside the tank all the time and affecting the torches till the last minute when you've not got long left, because they do eat the flesh. So yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. I'm just going to show you the corals up close, and then that will be the end of this video. Take care. So as you can see, they are resting here, so they are completely within themselves. They've just been through the dipping process, which is quite stressful as a whole. I've now stopped drip acclimating my corals. I feel like it is a bit too much more of a stress to the corals when they don't really need the extra added stress. So they go through a dipping process, they go through the acclimation of making sure the temperature's right, and then they go into the tank once they've been dipped and rinsed. So here you go, guys. I'll show you an update on my Instagram daily, as I always would, and take care, and thank you so much again for watching, and please click the subscribe button if you enjoy this.